You feel unfit, low on energy, and like you don't have time to fix it. But the truth is, getting in shape doesn't require more time or motivation. In fact, the laziest guys I coach get insane results using a system that works with their lifestyle, not against it. So in this video, I'll show you exactly how they do it without long workouts, meal prepping for hours, or even going to the gym. Let's be honest, trying to get in shape when you've got a busy job, zero energy, and a schedule that changes daily feels like a joke. You're probably exhausted before the day even starts. You've probably tried training plans that expect 5 to 6 workouts a week, or meal plans that belong on a cooking show. You want to look better, you want to feel a bit sharper and have more energy day to day, but everything you've seen looks like a full-time job. And I get it, you've got stuff on your plate, you've got work, you've got family, you've got your social life. The last thing you want to do is give up any of those. I'm Lewis, I coach busy men, I've been a PT for the last 10 years, and the majority of my clients have high pressure careers, kids, deadlines, broken sleep, and 15 tabs open in the brain at all times. All of them drop up to 10 to 20 pounds of fat, feel sharper, and get in amazing shape with a plan built for real life. It's not perfect, I'll be completely honest, it's not hardcore, but it does work. And today I'm going to break down exactly how to do it. But before I show you the method that actually works with your life, we need to call out the real problem that's keeping you stuck. And no, it's not your motivation. That's coming in step 2. So the first step is the tiny habits killing your progress. Most lads don't fail because of big issues. It's 20 tiny daily habits quietly killing your progress. It's like leaving the tap dripping. One day it's fine, 6 months later your kitchen's flooded. So an example might be skipping workouts because you're too tired. We've all been there, we've said we're going to go to the gym in the evening, we've got up early in the morning, you've got the kids ready maybe, you've set out the day with good intentions, you've been to work, you might have eaten pretty well, you've got back home and you've said, yep, I'm going to go to the gym, but then you sit down, you check your emails again, or you have some food, and then before you know it, it's 7 p.m. and you're not going to the gym, you can't be bothered. And you say, I'm too tired, I'll go tomorrow. Or saying I'll start Monday for the 17th week in a row. And I know for a fact this is common for most of you listening to this because it's something all of my clients have been through and it's something I've been through in the past too. Another example might be ordering Deliveroo 3 times per week. You feel like it's convenient, you can't be bothered to go in the kitchen and cook, and the last thing you want to be doing is following a recipe or cooking a meal which is going to take you over an hour. You want to get home from work and you want to eat. You don't want to spend time fanning about in the kitchen trying to cook something too extravagant. So you open your phone, you go on Deliveroo, and you just order something convenient. Another example might be finishing your kids' leftovers. You've already finished your meal and you look over at your sons or your daughters and they've left those extra few turkey dinosaurs. And you think, you know what, I'll nab that. Don't get me wrong, we've all been there and taken our partner's food or maybe your kids' food, or in your case, but all those calories do add up. Another example might be staying up late, scrolling and waking up absolutely shattered. Again, hands up, we're all guilty of this one. We'll go to bed, we say we're going to turn all our screens off, we're going to get a good night's sleep and we're going to get a good solid 8 hours. We get into bed at a reasonable time at around say 8:30, 9 o'clock. Before you know it, it's 11 o'clock and all you've done is scroll reels, watch YouTube videos like this one, or scroll TikTok. And then when you eventually do turn the phone off, you can't wind down. You've got everything going on in your head, something you watched on your phone when you've been scrolling, something that's happened throughout the day, your work emails, your kids, whatever it may be. And in the end, you've only managed around 5 to 6 hours of sleep and you're absolutely knackered the next day. Another example is no plan, no structure, and no falling back. What I mean when I say this is I can almost guarantee you've tried to go to the gym and just wing it. You get there, you go on the treadmill, you might hit some of the machines, you might do a few chest presses or bicep curls, it's Friday, but you don't really have any structure. And the problem with this is that it lasts for a few weeks or even a few months if you are really lucky, and then you fall off. You're relying on motivation, you don't have any structure to follow, you don't have an A, B, C system to actually work towards. And I see this so often, and I've been there as well. When I do not have structure, I do not have a plan to follow, it's so easy to just slack off. But the thing is, you're not lazy, you just haven't realized that these small decisions are silently ruining the show. But even if you fix those habits, it won't stick unless you change this one thing, your environment and your structure. And that's what we're going to cover in step 3. But first, let's deal with the biggest lie you've been told. So do you still think your problem is motivation? Well, that's the trap. It's like blaming your car for not starting when you're still using the wrong key. Motivation is a feeling, it does disappear. We all know this. With whatever you are doing in your life, you are going to go through bursts of motivation. I'll be completely transparent, even filming these videos. Sometimes I go through motivation where I'll batch out and film a lot of videos, and then I'll go through a few weeks or even months where I think, you know what, I can't bother to do it. But what is the reason for that? When I actually take a third person point of view, it's because I just don't have a plan. I don't have a structure. I don't have something to follow to know what I'm going to do and when I'm going to film it. And ultimately, your plan needs to work when you're tired, busy, unmotivated. And that's something I found too. If one or two of these fall, I will stop doing it. And the thing is, most fitness advice is built for single guys with unlimited time, or guys in their early 20s or mid 20s who are living by themselves and they can just train whenever they want. They don't really have that much responsibility. I'm assuming if you're someone who's watching this and you have a job, you have kids, for example, or a partner, you've got a social life, you want to make sure that you are working out in a time which suits you, works with your life, and you enjoy it. So that one, it's effective. Number two, it is enjoyable. And number three, you have some accountability to make sure that you actually do the thing. And the thing is, you don't need to work harder. You just need a better system. A system that works with your life. Whether you want to go out to the pub with your mates on the Friday, or go to the cinema with your missus on the Saturday, or a date night on a Tuesday, or take your kids to football on a Wednesday evening. If you have a system and a plan to follow which works with this and around this, I can guarantee you will be able to get the results that you want to achieve. So that begs the question, if motivation isn't the answer, what is? So here's the lazy guy system that actually works, and one which I follow and I do with my clients too, even if you feel completely spent. So here's the breakdown. Number one is 3 workouts a week. So it's short, full body sessions in 30 minutes or less. So this is just 90 minutes in total. Some sessions can go on maybe to 40 or 45 minutes, but there's absolutely no reason why you need to spend longer than an hour in the gym, especially if you're someone who doesn't have much time. And the reason it's full body is so that you can hit every single muscle group multiple times per week, as opposed to just doing chest on one day, back, and then arms, because let's be honest, no one's going to do legs. This means that you have the highest likelihood to actually build some muscle, build some strength, and look great as well. And as I said at the start of the video, you can do this from home. All you need is some dumbbells and a bench. No commuting to the gym, there's no fluff. Of course, this can be done in your living room if you wanted to, or your garage. I've been doing 3 full body sessions now for about 4 to 5 years, and they've been an absolute game changer. And another little tip as well is you can superset antagonistic muscle groups. So for example, you could start off with a chest and back exercise, and then you could move on to a shoulder and lats exercise, and then a biceps and triceps, and then finish off with some quads and then hamstrings. This way, you're hitting multiple muscle groups, or the full body should we say, and you're not spending hours in the gym. The next step of the 3-7-80 method I like to follow with all of my clients is the 7 hours sleep system. So the reason for this is that you want steps to improve your sleep quality so you don't rely on just willpower alone. You'll learn how to wind down and sleep deeper, even if you've got a hectic schedule and you're someone who's got kids or someone who just struggles to really get some good quality sleep. So what I said to all of my clients, and I do myself, is the first part is try and have your last meal 3 hours before bed. This helps your body digest the food and just make sure you're not going to bed feeling stuffed. And then 2 hours before bed, you want to try stop drinking liquid, and ideally try stop looking at your phone and looking at emails or anything where you've got a screen in front of you. 1 hour before bed, try reading a fictional book, for example. Anything which takes you out of your day-to-day life, which are emails or whatever that may be. A few other tricks as well is to keep your room as cool as possible. This has been a game changer for me the last few years. It does get hot in here in the summer in the UK, so I've got a portable aircon unit. Keep the room temperature around 18 to 21 degrees Celsius. This will really help you cool down and not overheat and wake up absolutely sweated. A few other tools are an eye mask and some earplugs. Helps block out the noise of the aircon, and the eye mask obviously is to make sure it's completely black. Optimizing your sleep. And the earplugs help if your kids start screaming at night, you can't hear it, hand it over to the missus. And the next step of the 3-7-80 method is the 80 part, which is the 80-20 nutrition rule. So 80% whole nutritious foods, 20% flexibility for pizza, drinks with the lads on the weekend, or whatever the hell you want, within reason of course. No shame, no perfection, just balance. Yes, we all know that word, balance. All it means is as long as you can follow your nutrition 80% of the time, then of course you can go out and do all of these things and it will not affect your progress. Again, unless you're absolutely sending it on the weekend. It's like switching from juggling knives to using a dishwasher. Less stress, same result. So this 3-7-80 method is the system I use with busy men who want to drop up to 10 to 20 pounds of fat, regain their energy, and just feel like they're in great shape and feel more confident. And the reason they can stick to it is because it's simple, it's flexible, and doesn't break when life gets hard. Now maybe you're thinking, but I'm too tired, I don't cook, my schedule differs every single week. Good, that's exactly why this works. If you're too tired, the sleep system inside the 3-7-80 method fixes that. As long as you remember that sleep system, there's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't get a good night's sleep. If you don't cook, no problem. The 80-20 rule doesn't care. It's designed for guys who grab meals on the go. You don't need to be spending hours in the kitchen. As long as you're eating 80% good foods, whether that's at a restaurant, grabbing meals on the go, or cooking in the kitchen, that's fine. Get your protein in, work out your calories, and then you can go from there. And I can almost guarantee that you will get good results. And if you've got no time, again, 3 30-minute workouts, that's it. That's all you need. You don't need a harder plan, you just need a smarter one. So if you want to see exactly how this can work for you, click the link in the description to find out more about the 3-7-80 method. And if this video did help, make sure you check out this video somewhere over here. YouTube thinks this is the best video for you next.